Welcome back to OffStage, podcast from SideStage Management, the team artists wish they had before they ever get signed. I'm your host, Jake, and you might see Caleb isn't here today, which usually my co-host, my partner. It's because I actually kicked him out of the company, and it's actually all mine now. No, I'm just kidding. No, this is episode 1 of my Drummer on Drummer series, where I sit down with a fellow drummer of mine, people who don't get in front of the screen, often in front of the camera, don't get the publicity they deserve as drummers. Today I'm with my good friend from college, Josiah Thompson. What's going on, bro?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Thanks for having me on the pod, man.
Yeah, dude, of course. I'm glad you're the first one here. I feel like ever since we got to college and had met all these drummers, because we live in Nashville now, you and I kind of clicked and had similar interests and everything within the world of drums and everything.
Yeah,
so yeah,
hey, man, I'm honored I'm the first.
Yeah. Well, tell us what you've been doing this summer, what you've been playing, who you've been playing for, just everything that's been going on.
Yeah, dude, of course. Man, well, finished sophomore year at Belmont. Haven't dropped out yet. Praise Jesus, I guess. I don't know. But, man, moved into a new place, not too far from you.
You want to tell everybody the address? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, got you guys. Man, I did a few weekend runs for the main girl I played for, Ansley Davidson, Georgia and Tennessee. We did a few shows. But, man, I kind of came home for a couple weeks, just settled down a little bit. But then I played a lot of church camps. Did that for 6 weeks of this summer. And then in between all of that, I was just trying my best to pick up some gigs. I did more studio things than I planned on. Not as much live stuff, but man, I finished July with a couple shows and finally back in town for a couple weeks.
Yeah, dude.
Which feels good. I know you could probably get that, just ready to settle down a little bit.
Yeah, a part of me is kind of ready to get back to the swing of things.
Yeah, dude, me too.
Later August. I mean, it's so nice to just kind of relax sometimes, but
yeah.
I like staying busy. I like having things to do. So,
dude, yeah.
And, stuff like this, like, recording and podcasting and managing and all that stuff, that takes up a lot of time. But
for sure,
I'm so ready to be back with everybody, be with the bands, get some shows going and everything.
Yeah, dude. Man, I remember even since like the first couple weeks of knowing each other, like that was one thing that I saw in you that I didn't fully see in a lot of other people, and that's not to like diss on anybody,
right? Yeah,
but it's like the idea that like you're very hungry for like wanting to do the thing and like not just taking hours and days and weeks to just catch up and rest and all that thing. Not that that's like a bad thing, but you're like constantly on the go. And I think there's something to say about like where you're at now and where I'm at now of like kind of always being busy.
I mean, yeah, you can't really stop if you want to pursue and do what you want to do. Yeah, you know what I mean? You are the busiest dude I know, dude. Besides, our friend Mika, but playing shows every single week, dude, getting in the studio.
I'm trying, man. I'm just trying to do the thing, but dude, it feels way harder.
It must be nice, like that busyness that you have. It's being taken up with the drums, rather.
Yeah, dude. It's nice to be busy with music stuff and not like working a 9 to 5
stuff that you love doing. Yeah,
but yeah, dude. I mean, it is hard because it's always inconsistent. It's like one week I'll be doing 3 or 4 shows and a studio session, and the next week I'll have nothing. I'll just be home playing Fortnite or something like that.
Well, I kind of do want to get into like you mentioned that you do a lot of live stuff and you started doing a lot of studio stuff. Walk me through kind of which one is taking more precedence or what kind of even what you enjoy doing more.
Yeah, man, that's a big question, man, because I think growing up, all I did was the live thing, and probably the same with you, man. It's like I never even considered the studio thing, and then I got to the top of my sophomore year at Belmont, and I was like, man, I love this, but it's hard to rely on other artists sometimes, at least at this point in life, where like I'm having to rely on other artists for gigs and income, and so I'm like, how can I, as basically a business owner, Josiah Thompson drums, like make money relying on me? And so that's kind of where the studio thing came in play. It was like trying to figure out how to do remote drum tracking, which has been such a beast. Like that's so,
I mean, I feel like it's so consistent too.
Yeah. And you're there too, trying to figure that out with me. It's like, it is so hard and it is such an animal, but man, trying to figure that out slowly and surely, figuring out how to do it better. That has allowed me to like meet the artists and meet the producers and not just rely on the artists and producers. and be able to track remote drums for songs and EPs and stuff. But the better I've like gotten at it, because it is so much different than a live thing, the more and more people have called me to do it. Even like some in-person sessions this summer, which has been super cool. Because the remote thing is fun, but it comes with downfalls.
Yeah,
the in-person thing is so much fun, like having that chemistry with the people in the room. So.
That's the cool thing. That remote stuff is definitely good for like quick sessions.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Other times it's definitely for more like the cost-effective purposes, because you know every minute you're in a studio, it's
100%.
extra money you're spending.
It is,
like,
man.
Extra money you're losing. Whereas like Keller, obviously Keller, and he's the second episode of OffStage.
Shout out.
The songs that are coming out right now, like Only 18 and Awake comes out next, or at the time of filming next week.
And you guys did that at Blackbird, am I right? Was that Blackbird?
So fall semester we did record it at Blackbird.
Right. Okay.
The mix, the way it came back, it was really not what Keller wanted.
Right.
And explaining it to us and everything. Which was kind of disappointing, but at the same time, I feel like in every recording, there's always, like, we try and be perfectionists and we try and do it to the best ability that we can, but there's always something that...
There's always something.
We listen back and we're like, oh, we could have done that differently.
For sure. And, dude, like, tacking off of that, it's like that's why the remote thing is also super special, is because it's just you locked in a room. Yeah. Usually not really a time frame. And it's like you can do it as many times as you want. And like if it takes me 50 takes to get this part perfectly, right? That sucks, but I got it perfectly, and I don't have to like hear it get released. And I'm like, man, that drum fill or whatever it was,
that could have been
terrible.
Changed.
Where it's like in that in-person studio, you got that pressure of like, I have as many takes as it takes for everybody else to get this. Exactly. Like, we're all equally in this. Yeah. And I can't be the guy that like holds us back and costs us hundreds of more dollars to be here. So, I mean, I don't know. I think that is the downside of like the in-person thing. Yeah. Is like, if you haven't done it a whole lot, like neither of us have, it's like, that is a lot more pressure as a drummer, like trying to get it perfect. Yeah. The remote thing is like the opposite. Especially
if it's like, you kind of get hired for a session and it's a song that like maybe you either learned or you're just coming into for the first time. You kind of have to make up a drum part. Sure. It's like making up a drum part is basic, but to perfect it and to put it to the song correctly and accurately takes so much time. Yeah. And then that's where it comes in, where you do the take, it feels good, but you listen to it back and you're like, that fill could have been different. That groove could have been different.
Yeah, man. One thing that like I am trying to be better about is like, sometimes my first instinct for a groove isn't exactly what the song needs. Like, I'll listen to a song that someone would send me, or like I'm at the session, I'm hearing it for the first time, and I'm like, this is what I'm envisioning. Yeah. And I'm like, that sounds good. And then I do it and I listen back, like you just said, and I'm like, that actually doesn't work. Yeah. And it's like, you got to be able to like think fast and like set aside the ego and like, oh, the producer's telling you to do this. I don't agree with that, but I need to do it. They're the one hiring me usually. Right. Yeah. So it is like that fine line of like, what you think you should do. Sometimes it's not always right. Sometimes the producer's like forcing you to do this. Yeah. It is a whole thing, man. It's like, it's a lot harder than it seems like on paper.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you have like, like as exactly what you were saying between in person and kind of remote, is that there's more of a time restriction, or more of like you kind of have to get to it in person, because you don't want to hold up the entire session with them. Sure, dude. Whoever the artist is putting more of their money into it and wanting that more time.
No, I totally get that.
There's always upsides and downsides.
There is, man. Everything. But dude, tell us about, like, you recorded at Blackbird, which is like, I mean, arguably one of the most famous studios in town. I mean, yes. Tell us about that.
It was through, oh boy, I'm not going to name names, but I can't remember. I don't know if the mixer or the engineer that got us in there, if he was a graduate or if he was still in school and like had the opportunity. So I'm not going to get my facts mixed up. It was a Belmont affiliated guy. For sure. Got us in there, started recording, and it was cool, man. Like, I brought my little
Yeah.
little drum set that's off camera for the drum nerds watching. PDP Concept Maple 12, 14, 18-inch bass drum.
Kick. Yeah, dude.
Which
It's a good kit, man.
it sounds great. And honestly, like I remember hearing back like the recording when we did it at Blackbird, like sounded pretty good for like what it is, you know.
Yeah,
and I don't usually play those bop kits. I'm a rock metal drummer.
Yeah,
I have a 22-inch kick, and
that was before you had the Tama, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, but Keller's music does kind of require more of that like subtleness in it in the kit, you know, and like to acoustic guitars and more of like groovy electric guitar feel and bass and everything. So it's good for that. But listening back, it sounded good. And then a few months later, you know, started getting back everything. And it's like, this isn't really what this song should sound like. You know what I mean? So unfortunately, at that point, Keller had gone abroad.
Oh, so he's already gone
for spring semester.
Wow.
Yeah. Or like we had gone home for Christmas break.
Right.
Weren't going to come back and everything. And my drummer wasn't set up to record.
Yeah.
So it just kind of sat in the ether from
just a couple months. Yeah.
Whenever we recorded to April, and Keller came back and picked him up from the airport. He stayed at my house, and the first thing we do the day after that was Mika was here, Ryan was here, and me and him, we came down here and we recorded in my drum room.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And Mika and Ryan recorded in Mika's room into the interface and the monitors and Logic, and we were able to just perform and record this song right here in the house.
Yeah.
Which like that's another thing. It's like you talk about the chemistry with people in the studio, which is like awesome.
Unmatchable.
But if you have like bring your band to your remote session.
Yeah.
And like obviously an independent producer, mixer.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the same like resources or huge mixing board
for sure,
like an actual studio will, but you know, having that's what makes it so much fun.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it is fun like not having I mean, obviously it's nice to be in those big situations and like nice gear and all those things, but there is something really sweet about just like doing the thing and not making excuses of like not qualifying or anything like that, and just doing it. And like you said, it is cool too, like doing the remote thing, but like with your best friends, and you kind of get that studio chemistry, but like not the studio pressure. So it is cool. I can testify like some of the best drum tracks I've done remotely have been like those situations where it's like it's remotely, but like the producer comes and like helps me figure things out, and like or the friends come and like track bass simultaneously. It's like those are fun, dude, because it's like it literally just is like you're just playing music and for fun. It's not like I gotta like the pressure's on right now. So.
Right. And I feel like my best, like when I play the best is when I'm not thinking too hard about it. If I think too hard about what I'm trying to play, I will mess up.
Yeah, dude, I do the same
instantly.
I'm sure a lot of people can testify to that, but yeah, dude.
So like to have the dynamic, to have the chemistry right there in the room with you, it's like you're messing around, but at the same time you're getting the track down
for sure, dude.
On point. You know.
Yeah, dude. But the studio thing, man, it's all so new, and like the more and more I do it, the better I get at it, and simultaneously, the more and more I realize like how much I don't know. Yeah. Like it is a whole different thing than the live thing, and I still love the live thing. That's like, I mean, that's still what I want to do.
Right.
But I mean, I'd be lying if I said the studio thing wasn't on my mind a lot more recently. Like it's definitely like becoming like the side thing, and I'm becoming more known and more known for doing that. So it's been cool figuring it out, man. I mean, it's tough, but
it's also cool just to kind of you listen to a song or your friends listen to a song like that's Josiah playing the drums.
Dude. That's Jake.
You know what I mean?
It is cool, dude.
And like I feel like the studio thing has become such a big kind of topic to fall back on because live shows I feel like there's more of an opportunity to become more successful with the studio rather than live shows because you know, just like what we were talking about, you can have only a couple people in a room playing,
sure.
and you make just as much off of that as you do doing all these rehearsals, putting in all this work for one show, and then there's on top of that there's 15, 20 people that also have to get paid.
Dude, 100%.
You know,
it is the biggest setback of the live thing, at least at this stage that we're at. I know like the bigger productions, it's a lot different. You get paid for the rehearsals, and like you get paid an hourly or day rate and all the things. But like for what we're doing, you're so right. Like the studio thing, I'll do it. It takes me half a day.
Yeah.
Get a nice paycheck.
Yeah.
The live thing, it'll take me, I'll have to 1 or 2 rehearsals, but it's like, then I got to load my gear in, and then I got to like split the pay. And it's like, dude, I'm more than grateful to be playing live in general. I would do it for free.
Exactly.
But it does suck that it's like, it takes 4 times as long for the live thing to make just the same amount of money.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, it is definitely, it's definitely on my mind a lot recently. Like, at least financially, like how to be smart doing the music thing, because it's like such a topic of like, oh man, you're doing music full time, like good luck, you're gonna need like 8 jobs to survive. It's like, which isn't really true, but when you're thinking big picture, dude, the studio thing definitely is a more wise and financially smart plan. So yeah, dude,
it's become so. I definitely feel like social media has, over the years, been proven to become a big part of all this, because like I'm sure most of the drummers, we follow a lot of the same guys, and they're
for sure.
Well, yes, we do, but
We do, yeah.
like all the rock and metal guys that I follow, they go play these shows and everything, but then we follow like all these guys that are just posting from their studio. Like that's all they do. So there's that kind of duality of like, you can either be a drummer that takes years to, get to make the right connections, get in the right band. Yeah. And then even more time to gain that following to the point where you're playing these huge shows that are fulfilling you financially. Or you can sit down in one day, record, like this might be a stretch, but 30 videos. And then just post them, gain a following.
For sure.
And then that's kind of how you get studio work.
Yeah, I mean, people see that on Instagram or whatever it is, and they're like, wow, sounds really good. I'm gonna hire that guy.
Let's see what his rate is and his mix, and I mean, that's just put him on the thing.
Dude, but yeah, dude, the studio thing, man, it's also new, it's also fresh. I don't want to act like I'm an expert on it. I'm not, but dude, it has been fun trying to figure it out. But yeah, dude, trying
to figure that. Yeah, that's kind of the other thing is like, I just sent a drum session to a buddy to get like a mix template and a mix. Like I would never know how to do that myself.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I would love to learn how Logic works, because that's what I use Logic. But like I look at it and I'm like, I don't know what I am doing, dude. I'm still there too. It's like I had some buddies that helped me figure out my template, but nonetheless, it's like I literally don't even know what half this stuff is, but trying to figure it out. Yeah, that's all we're trying to do. Yeah, dude. Studio stuff.
But dude, this summer, like things have like changed a lot for you. Like even picking up the SideStage thing,
right?
Like, tell us about like how you're still doing music and like
I'm the interviewee now.
I don't know, dude. How the tables turned, but like tell us about just what the summer has like looked like, changed a little bit for you.
So much of it has been this and getting this set up that
dude.
If you're watching the video version is what you see and everything. But honestly, a lot of it, like Dylan recorded some stuff with Dylan. That's what it's been. It's just been recording here and, Keller's stuff and the times that Keller has come down, we've written, and Griffin had a rehearsal with Griffin. And so if you don't know, I play drums for Griffin, Dylan, and Keller. But yeah, it's been a lot of recording. I feel like all the shows are really that fall and spring semester, which kind of, I wish changed a little bit. I do kind of wish like I could play more during the summer because like it'd be cool. I mean, you go state to state and play these shows, which is something I love to do. But I mean, a lot of recording. Really.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's so sick. I know maybe this is the same for you. For me, it's been like, I have been playing shows this summer nonetheless, but it definitely hasn't been a lot. Or definitely hasn't been as much as like when the semester comes around.
Yeah.
Like I already have like a good amount of shows for when the semester comes around. And it's so weird because it's like on paper, it seems like the summertime should be the season of like, oh man, I'm booked every weekend.
Exactly.
And I'm doing the thing.
Yeah.
But it's not. And it's so weird. I don't know. I don't really understand it.
I think part of it is like, hold on, I'm trying to fix this. Back to that kind of stigma of being like a Belmont band and everything is 100%. Like the places that are, I guess not even being a Belmont band, being a band with college kids, meaning that being a band of college kids, your audience is college kids. And so venues that you reach out to and you're like, oh, my band, like that's kind of the mistake people make is like, oh yeah, we're college kids and we go to Belmont and we want to play this show.
I hate that, but
that's the thing is like the venues here, like they know if you're college kids, you're going to be playing for college kids. And if it's during the summer, there are going to be no college kids here to fill their room, to make them money.
Yeah, dude.
So like, I think that's kind of partly the reason why, gigs for us, they dry up a little bit, at least here in Nashville, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's definitely way more, you see a lot of more populated bands and older people, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. It is weird. Like you think about the Belmont bands, and I honestly don't blame venues for not wanting to always have those.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you think like half those kids are under 21, they're not going to be making any alcohol sales either. So like, I don't blame them, but it has been tough, at least I would say for a few of the bands and the artists I played for, of like trying to have those Belmont musicians, but not follow the Belmont stereotype of doing this. And I'm not trying to like throw anybody under the bus, but like a lot of times I feel like you just don't know what you don't know. And I mean, everybody at Belmont's like the best of the best in their city. And so I think there is a lot of, I experienced it when I first got into town of like, oh man, I'm the best drummer in Huntsville, Alabama. And I come to Nashville and I'm like, you quickly learn. You suck. I have no idea what I'm doing. And I mean, that's good. I'm like super thankful I got that out of the way quick, but you just don't know what you don't know. And I think a lot of these Belmont musicians are like the best of their best of the hometown, but this isn't their hometown. This is Nashville.
Right.
And so it's very easy, and people are pretty quick to follow like the Belmont ways. And that's not to say it's wrong, but it's not always.
I mean, and that goes back to like, you spend all this time trying to get with the right people playing the right shows.
Yeah,
and,
dude.
The summer drying up and then everybody coming back, it's like a race to fill all these weekends because no one wants to play the End or Dark Matter on a Tuesday night. You know what I mean?
Sure, dude.
We got classes in the morning because our audience is all college kids.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
And those are things you got to think about. And those are good things you're thinking about as like doing management now. I mean, you probably haven't had to think about those things until now.
It's all strategy. You know what I mean? And even like lineups. For shows, it makes you think. Going from the seat of just the drummer, where like, I show up to rehearsal, I know my stuff, I got my sticks, I got my snare, whatever.
Yeah, dude.
To like,
it's easy.
How can we strategically make this the best?
Yeah, dude. 100%.
And like business wise, and like how can we market it and do all this kind of background stuff that management does, right?
Yeah, dude.
So.
I'm
definitely am grateful that it's allowed me to do that, and I've gotten to that. But
yeah, dude.
Tell me, kind of going back to that recording stuff. Like, I want to know kind of like your most proud track or your most proud groove that you came up. And I only ask this because we were kind of looking at Keller and how I recorded Keller. Like, I don't know if you listen to Only 18, but plug Only 18, go listen to it because you need
nice,
to.
Dude.
That groove, as simple as it is, I am the most proud, like, out of any song I've ever worked on, like any drum groove or fill I've ever written. That groove for Only 18 is like the most proud I've been of anything I've ever written.
It's good
so
to have
tell me your version of that because I want to hear it.
Yeah, dude. I'm trying to think
and then everybody go listen to it.
You don't have to do that. But I'm trying to think, man. I think the answer I have, it would be the song called "Fall in Love Again" by Levi Watkins. It's unreleased. I think it comes out soon-ish.
Has it been announced?
Yeah, they're teasing it right now.
Okay.
They're teasing some
I don't want to like put out a date that's wrong, but keep that in mind.
But I would say as far as released songs, semi-recent at least, "Wildflower" by Solo Lowit. We tracked that one. I don't know. I probably tracked it in March or April. Came out in June, a couple months ago. But I don't know, man. It's like you said, it's so simple, nothing crazy, but man, it's just like
that's kind of like the beauty behind being the most proud of it. It doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be like blast.
But I like to think, it does, man. And I think when I'm thinking about creating studio parts, I'm trying to think like, how can I tell a story here? I'm not just like mindlessly autopilot playing drums. It's like everything I'm doing, at least most of the time, I'm trying to be very strategic of like, all right, I'm going to start this, going into the first chorus, I'm going to start the fill on beat 2, but on like the second chorus, I'm going to start it on beat 1. It's like, no one is ever going to notice that or think about that, but I'm trying to create a story through what I'm doing, and I'm always listening to the vocal, like how does what I'm playing benefit or hurt the vocal? Because if I'm not supporting the vocal, at least with like the music I'm playing, mainly country, I'm always listening to the vocal, and that's like the biggest thing I could emphasize if you're doing studio thing. If you're not supporting the vocal, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's kind of funny you say that. That's something I've weirdly enough been thinking about a lot. Like even just kind of driving, I have my music on, and I'm listening to it, and when I'm tapping like on my steering wheel, or whatever, playing the air drums, I'm more playing what I would have played had I recorded the song rather than what the drummer actually recorded.
Yeah,
and
makes
like
sense.
When you say kind of listening to the vocals and everything, I feel like drumline background goes into this too. Is like you're listening to accents, and like what can be accentuated with the drums, and I feel like I'm doing that less. So I don't know how to explain it, but if there's a certain kind of rhythm that maybe the vocals are doing and one of the instruments are doing, you don't follow it, and you kind of split the curve in that way and then come back to it. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'll even say like the song "Wildflower" that I'm doing, that I did a few months ago, it's like throughout the entire song, all the choruses, there's like a little lead line that the guitars are doing. Super simple. I'm not even going to try to sing it because it's going to sound bad, but it's like I'm not emphasizing that at all, even though like I want to.
Yeah,
I'm not emphasizing that at all. But then the last chorus comes and I finally do it, and it's like that's just the moment where it's just like home run.
Because
it's like
that adds expectation
for sure, dude.
Because you don't hear it throughout the song. It's like, oh, well, it's a great song, and you get to the end of it, and you're like, that it just made it 10 times better.
And I mean, it's like those are the things you need to find, those nuances about like how do I create moments in a song and not make this stagnant? Because if like you just play the entire thing, the entire song, people are gonna like listen to this on the radio and be like, "Wow, cool song. I'm already bored."
Yeah,
and then they'll go find another song to listen to. So it's like those things matter. Like not 100%, not hitting those hits, but then the final time comes around and you do. It's like, bam! I just created a moment now. There's something nuanced about that.
I think that's so important. I mean, there are songs that I listen to all the time where I feel like the first 3 quarters of the song they're good. I love listening to them, but I am listening to the song for that last quarter of it.
Yeah.
For that.
'Cause you know there's gonna be
that
something.
part.
At least you hope there's something there.
Exactly. And that's, yeah, I mean, you talk about Wildfire, and that's exactly what you did. And I'm going back to Only 18, is like the whole song, if you listen to it, it's the same kind of a mellow 6/8, really groovy, moody feel.
Love it.
And then you get to the end chorus, and it just full on rock and just gets into it. That's like part of performing a song and writing a song and recording it, is like also think about what you think the audience will like, but what would you like if you were in the audience's shoes?
100%, dude. I think that's super valuable. I think, man, kind of what you were kind of teasing this a minute ago, but like there's this idea of like serving the song.
Yeah.
I think live it's a little different. You can get away with a lot of things when you're in a live situation, but man, like the studio thing, you're not getting away with anything. It's just that's kind of the nature of it.
Do chops and a 6/8
you're
song
not gonna
record it.
I mean, you could. You might not get called back. You might get fired. But dude, I think man, my teacher Nate Felty, he's on the road with Zach Top right now, and I mean I love that guy. But man, something he's always emphasizing to me is like, Josiah, just serve the song.
Yeah.
And it's like everything I do. I mean, I do that live too, but like you can get away with stuff live. But studio thing, man, that is like the foundation of it all, is like serve the song. And you, man, even a few minutes ago, and you're saying like you're recording Keller's song at Blackbird with like the PDP kit, but that song kind of called for like a smaller tone. It's like you probably didn't even think about that, but like that is a form of serving the song. It's like this song doesn't call for double kick and like the craziest drum tones ever. It's like it is a mellow song, it's a chill tone, and like whether you thought about it or not, like that is a version of serving the song, man.
Yeah. No, yeah, I feel like there's been such a disconnect with that, really. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of fortunate in the fact that like drumline in high school really, I think, honestly, doing drumline was one of the most helpful things I've ever done.
Yeah, dude.
As a drummer, it taught me. I mean, it teaches you what every drumline, like rudiments and blah blah blah,
yeah, dude.
Whatever. But like, I think some of the most important things in music are dynamics, and that's because of drumline.
Yeah, dude. I agree with that, dude. I'll tell you, man. One thing that I've thought a lot about this the past couple of weeks, man, because I did a show and like, I don't do it a lot, but I was reminiscing just about like what does the past year musically looked like, and there's so much that like I feel like I do now that I just don't think about.
Yeah.
But like looking back in the middle of it, you don't think about it, but like man, looking back at it, you're like, man, that is super cool. Or like, I didn't even know I did that.
Right.
And it's because of those moments that like you and I have both been very fortunate to experience, whether it's the drumline thing or it is like playing tons of shows with artists or it is the studio thing. It's like this very large pool of things that have made up this identity of like who is Jake DiTomaso or who is Josiah Thompson.
Right.
And I'm very fortunate for that because I feel like a lot of Belmont musicians or even just drummers in general, like can't say the same thing. Like they have this large pool of things that have made them who they are.
Yeah.
So man, I don't take for granted that like I get to go out on the weekends and play shows because like I know a lot of people don't get to do that. So I don't take that lightly, man.
Oh yeah, it's you're definitely very fortunate to really end up who you've ended up with, and thinking back on it, you got to be grateful, man, because you know there are so many people where we are, Nashville, and like granted we're younger and we're with people our age, but like even to do that, like I'd much rather be doing this than honestly, and like this may be a hot take, I don't know, like I'd much rather be doing what I'm doing right now than sitting behind a kid on Broadway playing for split tips.
For sure. I mean, I don't know. I know some people who make good money. I know some people who make really bad money. I think it's kind of hit or miss. Yeah, it's pretty inconsistent. But yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know. I feel fortunate enough that I'm, at least so far, I've been able to pay the bills, doing the thing. But I mean, you got to be present to win. I think that's one thing that like, when I'm like trying to give advice to like some of like the other Belmont drummers, it's like that is like my thing, dude. I try to say is like you got to be present to win.
Yeah.
Like if you're not showing up
Prepared.
to like
Be prepared.
yeah,
and on
dude.
time.
It's like I feel like it's not rocket science. Maybe that's just me, but it's like the simple things like being prepared and showing up on time and like, dude, my biggest pet peeve when people take days to answer their text and I'm like, hey, dude, are you good for rehearsal like this day? And it's like 4 days later. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm good for that. I'm like, dude, you're driving me crazy.
Yeah.
But dude, it literally is like the simple things like that, and
Right.
even just being present, like the idea of being present at other people's shows, of like, hey, Jake's gonna come out to my show, and like I really appreciate that. And so next time I'm gonna go out to his show. It's
Right.
like, dude, it's not hard. I don't think.
Yeah.
But like people see that. Oh man, this friend came to my show. I really appreciate that.
Right.
Maybe like next time I need a drummer, I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna call Jake.
Yeah.
Because he's actually showing that he cares about me. He's not just like trying to get something out of me.
Yeah.
So I don't know, dude.
Kind of touching on, I mean, you say that like making you who you are and like
Yeah, dude.
what we're doing here, and it's definitely progressing our identities and our brands as drummers and as employees to the industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, for
But
sure.
tell me some of the drummers that have kind of shaped your identity, kind of
Yeah, dude.
all the ones that are in the
That's a big
back of your mind when you're kind of writing those
Yeah.
grooves.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you, at least recently I can go back, I can date it a little earlier, but like it is currently my teacher, Nate Felty. I mean, that guy has just shown me so much.
Yeah.
And he's shown me so much stuff, and he is unbelievably good at what he does. He's got the chops, he's got the pocket, and yet you watch him play, and you would have no idea he's the best drummer you'll ever meet. He just like serves a song, like I said. Nate Felty, I would say Aaron Sterling, who's a big
Of course.
recording guy, if you don't know. One of the, legends of studio stuff, has done tours with John Mayer, but also does like studio stuff for, you name it, probably everybody. Taylor Swift, John Mayer, Harry Styles, all the guys. He probably makes
Everybody under the sun.
Unbelievable amount of money per year. But number 3, man, I would say probably Carter Beauford.
Oh, really?
Plays for Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of where we went. But man, I don't know. I just remember like growing up and watching Carter play, and I was like so fascinated. Yeah, dude.
I think having YouTube and all the stuff that we had at our fingertips at our age and like when we were born, I think for musicians, social media is probably the best thing, because growing up watching Carter Beauford, like
It is,
you couldn't
dude.
do that if you were
You couldn't.
in the 90s, and
For
with
sure.
technology at our fingertips, you can learn so much.
Yeah. That was like literally the way that I kind of taught myself how to play.
Exactly.
I don't know. Were you the same way? As like, I kind of just grew up watching YouTube videos and Instagram reels. And
a lot of like really helpful stuff I learned from my teacher back home.
Yeah.
A lot of like the chops, the double bass, the cool stuff that
Yeah,
is
the cool
a
stuff,
little
yeah.
more limited. That was all from like, I saw, I'm trying to think, like, Matt McGuire.
yeah, dude.
Matt McGuire,
gosh.
when I was
That guy's crazy.
younger, was my favorite, like my absolute favorite.
Yeah,
I
dude.
watched his videos constantly, and like he did all the
Didn't
double
we
bass
all?
stuff and kind of like had the really cool grooves and chops and everything. I was like, I want to be like Matt McGuire. I want to
Don't
play
we all?
double bass and drums in a EDM band like Chainsmokers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it is cool to like think about. There has never been a better time to like be a musician. It's like you literally could learn everything you need to know
exactly.
off of Instagram or TikTok even,
Yeah.
or YouTube. But yeah, I feel like we've all had that somebody who is like you get put on for the first time. And you're like, oh my gosh, my life has changed. I want to be just like him. Everybody's just like Neil Peart or like John Bonham. No hate. Those guys are great, but
Yeah.
dude, Carter was mine. It's like I watched that guy play. First drummer I ever saw play open handed, and I was like, oh my gosh, it is game over.
Yeah. I feel like that just opens so many other doors to like all the other drummers that
Yeah.
we love and know is that
Yeah, dude.
that first one or the earliest one, and you kind of make your way through like the generations of everything.
But you said Matt McGuire. Is he one of your like top? What would you say your top 3 are?
Number one is my father, Matt Garska. He's not actually my dad, but
I knew it. God,
he's so good.
Phenomenal.
2, Luke Holland.
Okay, nice.
I love.
That makes sense.
Did I tell you I bought his stack?
No way. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Oh, we can go through that after this. Number 3, I love Craig Reynolds. Obviously Matt Garska is like known as like one of the best literally ever right now. Plays for Analysts as Leaders.
Insane.
Plays a whole bunch of other stuff. Luke Holland played with tons of bands with Falling in Reverse right now, and Jason Richardson and all that. And then Craig Reynolds, he plays for Stray from the Path, which is
okay.
A metal
I don't
band.
know if I know him actually.
He does. You might know his podcast. He does the Downbeat podcast.
Yes, I do know that.
Yeah, and it's also like a clothing brand and everything.
Nice.
He sits down. It's not just he doesn't sit down with just drummers. It's a bunch of people, but a lot of the bands that Stray is friends with, or like he's just friends with, and everything.
I gotta
go with Matt.
I gotta go search that guy up then, dude.
He's a sick dude. He's funny, and I love his playing. I love his kind of personality as a drummer and as a guy and all that. But
have you met? Okay, so I know the first couple of weeks we were in town, man. We went and saw Matt Garska play at the
that was crazy.
Lounge,
we can definitely go over this for a few minutes and might have to wrap up, but this is it was kind of funny. Do you know kind of how it all went?
Not particularly. I mean,
we hadn't even started yet. We hadn't started classes yet. We start on a Wednesday.
Okay.
And this was on a Sunday.
Gotcha.
But the week before we started, we had like the TT. Mm-hmm. We were with our groups every single day and everything. Man. So Sunday morning, I'm with my group, and these are all strangers. I have no idea who these people are.
Love that.
All week we were with these kids, and they're like, "Oh, you're supposed to make friends with them and everything."
I just want to play drum.
Yeah, I don't want to do this. I just want to be with the friends that I've already made.
You and me both.
Yeah. So we're walking around campus with the TT group, and I go on my phone just because I'm bored. As you do. And I had already followed this cocktail club or jazz club or little jam club for a while. So because I kind of researched cool places in Nashville. So when I moved there, we could go check them out. We could go hang out, whatever.
Prepared man over here.
Yeah. I looked at their story because I was just scrolling through stories, and I was like, here's the house band for tonight's open jam. I was like, this person, Matt Garska. And I was like, hold up.
Gosh. Did I see that?
Did I read that and see that correctly? It was Matt Garska. It was him. And I know I'm talking about Matt. I am the biggest Matt Garska glazer
it's okay.
ever.
You can be proud of that.
Oh, God, he's so good. Anyways, and immediately, we were in the middle of whatever the group was doing. I called Mika. I was like, Mika, I don't care what your TT group is doing tonight. You are not going. And, because we had already met and we had already hung out a little bit. And I said, the 3 of us are going to this cocktail club tonight. And we're going to meet Matt Garska and we're going to play.
Okay. Yeah, we did go.
And he was like, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, okay.
What? Yeah. We're 100% doing this. So, when you look forward to something, it's you can't get it off your mind.
Yeah,
and it is this is I'm meeting my hero right now.
Legit, yeah.
So we go.
Yeah.
And you remember we walk in and the music has already started and everything. And it's just these people playing music.
It was the craziest thing.
It's aside from it being Matt Garska, favorite drummer ever, it was just people jamming, which is exactly what we wanted.
Yeah.
We didn't want to.
Dude, it was cool, man, because it was I don't know about you, at least it was my first time seeing live music in Nashville.
Yeah.
And it was super cool that my first time seeing music in Nashville was the Inglewood Lounge.
Yeah.
Matt Garska, not
a country,
not like Broadway or something.
Or
100%, dude. It's
generic country
I
stuff.
will remember that night, dude. We just sat there just in the corner, at least I did, just in awe, oh my gosh.
And the other part of that is not saying that the people on Broadway playing country are bad musicians. They're great musicians.
No,
They have to
yeah,
learn all those
for
songs
sure,
and work
dude.
together. But
100%.
like these
guys are
independent artists that just go to this cocktail club just to jam are the best musicians
legit, man. Some of the
I've
greats
ever seen in my life.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Incredible. They like modulate time and all stick
man,
together.
100%. I mean, anyone could tell you like those guys are like some of the greats of our time, which is nuts to think. We're standing in a room with like people would say like in 10 years now, they'd be like, these guys will go down in history.
Like there are people who are in the limelight and you know of, but then there are people that put those people there, like with their musicianship
insane,
and their abilities.
Yeah.
So we get in, we're all like crazy excited. I mean, you and I as drummers, Mika as a Animals as Leaders fan.
Oh man, I mean, come on.
We're just watching. We're just watching these solos, these
insane
non 4/4 grooves and everything, or even making a 4/4 groove sound different.
Yeah,
you know,
dude.
it's just stuff that we have never seen. Like we've heard it. Obviously, we listen 100%. To the songs every single day, but like to see it is different.
Yeah,
and it's like makes you speechless. It puts you in awe.
It does, man. And I mean, those are kind of those moments like I'm talking about, man. That like makes up who I am or who you are as a drummer. It's like, man, when I'm on stage or when I'm in the studio and I'm like trying to figure out how to approach this or approach that, it's like I'm gonna channel my heroes. Like, how would Nate Felty like think of this song, or how would Carter Beauford play this? Exactly. How would Aaron Sterling play this song? It's like those are those moments you think about. Man, I remember in Inglewood Lounge and I saw Matt Garshka play this crazy thing. I'm going to use that vocabulary on this thing. It's like those things make up who you are, man. It's super cool to think about.
Then, I mean, like I said, it was the Sundays are their open jam, so they have the house band. They have them playing the most amount of time, but then like they'll take a break and random people can sign up and play.
Yeah,
and I was like,
and this guy,
I didn't want to, only because I was like terrified. Like I didn't want to play in front of my hero. Like someone I just look up to. I watch
I was
all
terrified.
the time. Like I only know him through a screen.
Yeah.
And now, granted, he's incredibly short, but he's like right in front of me. I'm like, I need to. Like it sounds silly, but like I need to face my fears. Like I'm gonna play in front of this guy. Yeah. I'm gonna sign up. I'm gonna play his kit, which
insane. That's a flex.
Till this day was the nicest kit I've ever played in my life.
Yeah.
All for him to be outside while I was playing. Granted, I didn't play anything crazy. It was some 6/8 crap, but
wow, that'll happen.
But no, that is an experience I don't take for granted because like I don't think he's been back since then.
Yeah, dude,
at least I haven't seen. And like to be with you and Mika, where we all kind of share that same enthusiasm about it, like, and we're all kind of nerds in that way. Like, holy crap, we're going to see Matt Garshka at a cocktail club, and we're going to be able to play his kit and like, just be as close as him as you and I are right now.
For sure, that has been one of the coolest things about just being in Nashville is like being in circles of people who care as much as you care. Because, dude, if I were in Huntsville, Alabama, and I was said, "Oh my gosh, guys, Matt Garshka is playing here tonight,"
nerd,
they would go, okay,
cool.
I'll tell you, like, dude. But I go anywhere in Nashville, I'm like, guys, Matt Garshka's
everybody's
playing.
Excited,
everybody's like, holy crap,
and we gotta go.
It is cool that like you and I are both in circles where people care as much as we do.
I mean, that's the cool part. I mean, obviously Mika and I have known each other for so long, but to have that group of people where it's like, Mika and I have had every conversation under the sun, but
yeah, that'll happen, Mika.
To have that group of people that have the shared kind of ideas and like, like look at it this way, and it's just so cool.
Dude, it really is, man.
It's just one of the many perks of being here, and
never
know who you're gonna run into or meet or befriend, right? So,
man, that is crazy, man. We gotta pinch yourself that we gotta do this every day,
even if
it doesn't look like the dream and our heads like it does.
It takes a little bit to get to where you want, but
Yeah, dude.
you just can't forget the cool moments that you went through when you were getting there.
For sure, dude. I mean, even though it's cliche, it's like the idea that like, man, I want to be here and I want to be here in 10 years or less than, and I'm not. But it really is about like, man, getting to do this with my best friends is like phenomenal on itself.
100%.
So, man, it's been fun trying to figure it out.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Man. Thanks for having me on the pod.
Yeah,
man.
that was awesome.
Yeah, dude.
I'm glad we were able to sit down. But like every single episode, we have to plug the most incredible event that is going down in Nashville.
Oh man, I
that
can't
you
wait. Fill me in here.
should have
when we got here.
bought your ticket for,
Oh,
and
man.
if you haven't, I should make you do it on camera.
Okay. Should I
Our
get my
SideStage showcase on November 15th.
Okay.
All
okay? November 15th.
our artists playing, throwing a showcase, we'll call it a party. It's gonna be a big party.
It's gonna be a giant party.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna
giant
be
party.
there.
And you are going to be there. It's
And
going to
you're gonna
sell
be there too.
out, so you better get your tickets soon. It is going to sell out. It is going
Phenomenal.
to sell out. It'll be wall to wall, shoulder to
It will
shoulder. People are going to mosh, maybe
Well,
to
maybe.
only 18. Who knows?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Josiah's going to crowd surf. Couldn't
Yeah, I
think of what
will.
it's called.
Honestly,
yeah.
just for you, I will do that.
Yeah, he's going to be picked up by the 300-pound security guard in the front.
dude. I mean, that's the dream right there.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
American
exactly.
dream, they say. No, dude. I mean, take it from me. It's a phenomenal lineup. I've seen those guys play. Gonna be a great show. You better be there.
Yeah, so get your ticket, just like Josiah's going to do once we turn the camera and the mics off.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
But dude, Josiah, that was a sick conversation.
It's been a pleasure, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely one of the most cracked drummers in Nashville. If you need country stuff or anything but metal,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
go to Josiah. And if you need metal, and nothing else, go to me.
Jake. We start a little business here.
Yeah, just switch off. But yeah, no, seriously, hit him up for whatever you need.
Yeah, man.
Dude's cracked. But
I
he'll be on again at
Thanks
some point.
Thanks one to know
We'll do
do it.
Drummer on Drummer season 2
We can do that.
and come back for it.
Yeah, I'd be
But-
honored, man.
Thanks for coming on, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's always a
appreciate it, man.
pleasure.
It's been a pleasure, man.
All right. Bye.